When I first began here, it was totally different. It was the warehousing and on this site. The other corner of the canal was the old power station. It's still the camouflage on the building from the war. It just finished 10 years earlier. I've met a million characters in this trade. What you've got to remember in these days, having a wee dram at work was perfectly legal, whereas nowadays it's frowned upon. So the mere fact that you had the men having a wee dram in the course of their working day, it created a lot of good times and good laughs.
I would say for this site, they've got a good crew, we all work, it's like a family actually, and when I started it simply was a kind of family get together, because there was two main questions you were asked when you came into the distillery, one being who got you in, or who you related to, and the other famous one would be what school did you go to, and that would determine what kind of job you would get on your first day.
The place when I first started, the work was very, very hard. It was most manual work, but now most of the processes are automated. But when I first started, after the first week, I thought, I'm not going to last here, because I pushed pens and suddenly a shovel was put in my hand.
Came out straight from school, 15 years of age. One minute you're in a classroom, all that stuff that 15-year-olds do, and suddenly you're in a sort of industrial environment. Scary.
It's a hard graft every day anyway. I actually started in here, the apprentice school, before the cooperage was built. I've been here ever since. I've had their ups and downs, you know what I mean? But it's been a good place to work, really.
Over the years when the CHP used to break down, and we're here at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, it was a challenge at the time to get the turbine back on again. But we always seen, poor Dundas always had the thing, when we broke down we could always get it repaired, and we always met our target in time. We were experts in it, and I'm proud of that, by the way.
Any time that we've had visitors around this site from either from overseas or from other companies or from other Diageo companies, visitors always go away glowing about the people at Port Dundas. There's one guy who said to me, if I could take the passion, the commitment that you guys show and bottle it and take it back to my plant, he said I'll do that tomorrow.
The one great bit of pride I did get out of it, took an apprentice on. There'll probably be a case now he's turned out a better cooper than me. He's one of the ones that is actually staying, and he's going the direction through to Alloa, So that was, I took a good bit of pride out of that.
Memories of Port Dundas, I think no matter whether it's a projects guy or is running the site, one of the things even before you get on site is we have a chimney out there that gives a plume, and it's almost like our KPI for the site, whether it's on or off. So we have all these other KPIs like risk, quality and service, and we have this indicator of how the site is running, which you can actually see from miles around. When you come on site, for me it's the people on site, the pride that people have on site, and obviously been lucky enough to manage the site for a couple of years, and no matter all the changes we've gone through, that's absolutely shone through.
I think the most memorable one is probably my time was out, and they don't do it now, but they used to do initiations, and they'd either throw you in a barrel or throw dirt and everything on you. But in my case it was myself and another cooper, John Marshall, her time was at the same time, and we were thrown into a mini skip, with hose down and throwing bags of soot. You know, but obviously they're not allowed to do it these days, but that's what I remember most.
I've worked at Port Dundas since March 1990. I got married that year, and they had a kind of tradition at the time that any young guy getting married would be picked up in one of the forklifts from the site. It would have a skip on it that was basically various products from the process, nothing as good as whiskey. It was syrups and such like, and you would be dumped in that till you were covered head to toe, then covered in bags of wheat, so basically tarred and feathered with the wheat, and then you were handcuffed to one of the whiskey bonds.
There's some funny stories. There was the one about the dummy that you used to make every summer and throw off the top landing in the boiler house when people came into the building. That was quite funny. And there was the occasion when the chimney liner was being put in, the stainless steel liner, when we walked right up to the very top, climbed up the ladders, took some photographs up there. I think that's something that will stay with me for a long time.
I first started in Warwick Street, and the apprentices moved up here first about a year before everybody else, because we were redeveloping this place. And the main cooperage was carpeted floor, and the apprentices at lunchtime used to go in and the three aside with the steelies on.
I was never great at football, and what used to confuse the people when they say, "What's that foot do you kick with?" I say, "Well, two left feet because I'm hoping to football." That confused them. And secondly, whenever the Celtic team or the Celtic guys had less men, I always got put on their side. But what upset the other guys was I always scored. So it was very popular in those days.
I always remember one that happened way back. It was in 1990, 97, when the Rangers won the 9 in a row. There was a guy running about the cooperage up there, bolting naked, with a cigar in his mouth, and that really got a good laugh, you know.
We had the Prince, the young one, what's that? He was up here last year, and some of the guys got to meet him, and one of the apprentices was in the line to meet the Prince, and the bloke was all quite excited at him, as you can well imagine. And he got his turn to meet the Prince, and he said to him, he said, "Well, how's your mother doing?"
And one of the earliest memories that I've got for Port Dundas is I celebrated my 21st birthday here, which is only 3 or 4 weeks after I had started. And I remember going into the canteen, and the canteen staff had baked me a cake, and the canteen in those days were full. You're talking about maybe 80 people, and all singing happy birthday for my 21st. So that's one of my earliest memories of Port Dundas.
The thing I'll miss is my fellow shift workers, because you spend probably most of your time with them. You spend more time with them and going out with them, socialising, going out to nights out, playing golf. We're going to miss all that when I finish, but hopefully we'll all keep in touch.
I came in when I was still young, so I've kind of raised a family through working at Port Dundas. There are kids at high school and such like now. And now I played for the football team, I played golf, so we had a great golf club in here. So to me it's been like one big family. With the social side of things, I'm out with work, I drink with the guys, I go to football matches with the guys, I play golf with the guys who I work with. And that's what it's been. When you come to your work, you feel as though you're meeting friends and you're working with friends. To me it's been a great place to work.
I could honestly hand in heart, because I've enjoyed it. I know everybody say that. Basically speaking, I've enjoyed all the recruitment.
People look back in a couple of years' time at the people that have left here, the people that are leaving now, good or bad, I think they'll always have a wee place somewhere for Port Dundas.
Like all things must stop, maybe, and all things get reborn again. So with this, we're at that kind of stage in life now that we have to go forward, and the only way forward was this place is to close. So that's life. And my memo about Port Dundas is the greatest distillery was ever built. That's all I can say on my behalf.